If we could possibly do something with Kern Regional Center, this would be, to me, the greatest blessing that I could ask for.
This is the little Terrell Bear. Come on over. And that's Terrell Jr.
Where it might be a financial loss, but it was it would have been the most meaningful thing to me. And I told him that, and he said, I'll never forget it. He said, Bob, let me tell you. He said, let's put our heads together. Maybe we can make this happen.
It's a dream came true because I've been telling my wife that eventually I want to own my own home. So this is a dream that I can't believe. I got my own business now. So doors is opening for both of us and everything. And
the regional centers focus in on more than just independent living for the disabled. They focus on the whole person.
Kern Regional Center, we serve about 6,500 people, and we make arrangements for them to receive services that are needed for them to survive, to live in the community. And that can include providing housing, supervised housing, supported living services. We help people get and maintain employment. It can be supported employment.
My name is Tracy Minch, and I run the Kern Regional Center All-Star Cafe here at the Kern Regional Center. And our vision is to help people with disabilities learn how to run their own businesses in the community.
My name is Michael Anthony Gauthier. I'm with the Kern Regional Center, and I work for the cafe at the Kern Regional Center. And I'm getting ready to start my own business called Mikey's Hot Dog Stand, and I'm looking forward to that.
Mike has been around. He has participated in a number of programs here in town. He is somebody who really wanted to work. He is somebody who really had an idea in the back of his mind that he could go out and live more independently. My daughter has Down syndrome. She's 26 years old. She's absolutely the delight of my life, but she's not quite the same as my other two kids. And we observe those differences. We love her very much for who she is and what she is. And we think that she is every bit as deserving of an opportunity to have a decent life as anybody else.
But the whole story about you, so it's really about being kind of an outcast as a kid?
Yeah, I was the outcast. Yeah, I was there,
like
yeah.
Were you the same way? You
No.
weren't, right? You weren't the one that was teasing him, were you?
No.
Okay, well, I don't want to hear about that. Okay, but now probably half those people that were teasing you and
When I see him now, I go back to LA.
Yeah.
And I be telling them what's going on. Oh, you doing that? Yeah. They don't believe me, you know. So.
Well, now we got it on camera.
Yeah.
We got it on camera. You own your own home and you got your own business.
Yes.
A gentleman by the name of Frank Lannerman, when the system was set up, thought that having things removed from the day-to-day operations of state government would in fact be an advantage to providing stable, long-term opportunities for people with developmental disabilities.
In past years, each state nationwide has routinely set aside housing specifically for low-income and disabled residents. But the Taylor Street Project would be much more than just a Section 8 or government housing development. This project is an opportunity for disabled families to experience the challenges, happiness, and individual autonomy that comes along with property ownership.
I'm trying to learn stuff. I'm teaching myself stuff to better myself.
Okay. So you think by owning your own home that helps you because you have to be
Yeah.
You have to be a little more independent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regional Center has had an interest over the last year and a half to 2 years in being able to get into the affordable housing business to provide housing for our clients. Our vision for the future is not to set up ghettos, if you will have, of people with disabilities. That we think that the Taylor Street condos gave us a wonderful opportunity, and yet 50% of the people living in the Taylor Street condos, in fact, do not have disabilities.
But most Taylor Street homeowners that do have disabilities, like Patricia and her husband Adrian, are on low fixed income. So he's Adrian the second?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you call him Junior?
No, I just call him Little Adrian.
Little Adrian. Yo, Adrian!
So they said next month we're gonna be paying $400 a month next month. So that's pretty good. It'll leave us a lot more money left to spend.
And how much was your rent before?
It was 600.
600. So
Yeah.
your mortgage is less than your rent? Despite the low cost of the Taylor Street housing, most of the candidates with disabilities didn't qualify because of income or credit history. That's when Donna Coons came up with an answer.
Once again, I went back to Donna Coons and I sat with her and she said to me, Bob, give me 2 days. Two days later, she came back and she said, I found you $500,000 because I want this to happen. And from that point on, between Dr. Clark, the city, the state, and our group, we were able to put together the project, and we now will have 19 families from Kern Regional Center in Taylor Street condos.
I'll admit that the project greatly exceeded what my original contribution plan was intended, but I think at the end we participated with 12 units for special needs. We participated in a total of 19 units. The other 7 units were for folks that were just low income, were not in one of Dr. Clark's programs or working through his agencies. And it turned into, I think, a very successful project that this city and this community can be very proud of.
Normally when we do this, we have a borrower that comes in from a mortgage company who's been approved for their first, and then they come to us and we give them their down payment assistance. Where with the Taylor Street, all of the borrowers had a first and a second and a third, so we did a complete loan for them. We did all of their funding, and we made sure it was going with Kern Regional, so we made sure that all of their funding was basically no interest and stuff like that for the term of their loan, so that they could have these homes at an affordable rate.
From our buyer's point of view, the first mortgage is interest-free. The second mortgage, as first-time homeowner money, is technically a loan, but as I understand it, after they have lived in the apartment or in the condo for 30 years, that becomes that goes away. And so they make no payments on it, and ultimately they don't make any payments on it. So while technically it's a loan, it's the kind of loan all of us wish we could get.
Is there interest being paid?
No, we agreed to charge 0 interest on the mortgages.
Can I get a loan like that?
No, you cannot get a loan like that. I'm sorry. You cannot get a loan like
I
that.
wanted to do something special on the interiors. We picked laminate floors for all the apartments. We retrofitted the apartments so that they had a nicer flow. We even brought in somebody to do feng shui in the apartment so that it just had everything going for it. All new appliances, dishwashers, garbage disposals. the whole works.
We're here doing an interview today with two of the students from the workshop here in Bakersfield, and Michael and Ryan. And Michael's going to help out with Boom on this interview.
This is a prime example of a union man in training. He's found a way to sit down, and if you could sleep through this interview, you probably would. Yeah.
I prepared all of the documents. I spent 2 straight days with the clients, an hour per client. So about 2 straight days from the time I got here until the time I left that we had them in there signing all of their loan documents. And then as soon as I had the complete 12, I physically walked them to each department. Finance signed off on them as I sat there. The mayor signed off on them. You know, we walked them to the department so that we could get them into processing for checks so that they could be in closing by a week later.
Give him a kiss.
Oh, God.
And they got the water.
We just want to congratulate all of you on your new homes. You know, thanks for coming in tonight. We want to talk to you about a couple of things and try to help you out in terms of some ideas for things that are important in terms of, you know, now that you're property owners, you got to worry about keeping up your property. So basically, we're all a team and we're going to work as a team. And John's just here out of the goodness of his heart because he knows a lot, has had experience as teaching people about home ownership and home maintenance and taking care of your property.
I'm going to be pretty general, but there's going to probably be an opportunity, and I spoke with some people about possibly coming in on a one-on-one basis and going through your house and showing you where your water shutoff is, where the GFI breakers are, where the shutoff valves for everything are, where is the circuit breakers, what can go wrong, and how to solve a lot of the simple problems yourself.
We also offer home ownership classes. And ultimately, everybody that's moving into one of these Taylor Street condos has in fact completed a home ownership class and has a certificate for having attended that. This is all a HUD approved and is actually mandated around HUD supplied financing.
They teach us to learn how to handle our own money and stuff like that, to pay off our own bills and stuff like that. And we took classes for that, and I graduated for all my classes at the highest top. I'm about the best that they ever had in the classes now.
It's a good feeling. You know, we moved around a lot throughout our time together and all that, and it's just it's so nice to not have to move around and pack and go and, you know, have someone tell you can't do this, you can't do that. So it's nice. I like it.
Home is a place to live, but it's more than a place to live. It's a place where you feel comfortable, where you feel secure.
Oh, home is my place of my sanctuary, my security.
You know, I think of safety, I think of protection.
Well, when I think of home, I just think of some place that you can go that you know is your own and you feel comfortable there.
It's mine. Like, it belongs to me. It doesn't belong to nobody else.
Where you feel as though you can kind of do your own thing and not have to worry about somebody looking over your shoulder all the time.
Where I can really be, you know, I can really feel, I could be at peace.
Like my toys and all that. And you know how this house to be happy too.
You'd be happy too?
It's where you can have friends, relatives, family come and enjoy the camaraderie and the companionship.
That's what it meant to me to be able to offer these homes to these people.
Mom has a new home. Her fiance built her a brand new house, but you know, it feels good when she has a new home. When I told her about my condo, she was very proud that I just bought a new condo home.
I'm starting to get used to it now. My dog likes it.
I still visit my mom. Yesterday was her birthday, you know, and we keep in touch. I call her every day, you know, see how she's doing. She had some surgery done, and I just, you know, talk to her, see how she's doing. And I told her every day, Mom, they're gonna close the, you know, townhouse. You know, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. And today I told her I got the townhouse. She was so happy.
Did she cry?
Yes. She cries for everything when I do.
How'd you two meet?
We met in high school.
Let me guess. I met him at the candy store.
Nope.
He turned around and looked at me. The picture? Yes, we said.
No.
That's when we met him, leader of the pack. During the course of one's life, you meet so many people. Some you like, some you don't like, some you love. It's how communities are built. We tend to want to be around people we love. We may have our differences, whether they're political, religious, or physical. But there's one thing that we can all agree on. There's no place like home. No place like home. So you're like a kind of like the talk show host, you know, like Jay Leno. They like to sit higher than their guests. So I'm like a guest star on your show. So Hot Dog Mike, you met?
Yes.
I used to work with him.
You work with Mike?
Used to.
How was
used
he?
to.
Is he a good guy?
Yeah.
So my question to you, Michael is going to start a hot dog stand. Will you buy a hot dog from Mike?
I definitely would.
I don't know if my doctor would let me. I haven't had a hot dog in 10 years, but if he would, I'd be right out there.
What if he had turkey dog?
I would be first in line.
This guy he's the best.
Well, let me ask you a question because it's a running theme. Would you buy a hot dog from Mike?
Maybe.
I will. I will because I love hot dogs.
I'd buy a hot dog. I like hot dogs.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
All right,
Where
good.
is his hot dog stand?
I'm going to take the first bite. That's a good dog.
Thank you.